We are on the way to chemo and it's Alyssa's first day. You can say hi.
Oh, hi.
Alyssa's first time coming with me because obviously mum usually comes, and they've swapped today, so mum and dad are watching Alyssa's kids, and that means Alyssa could come and see what chemo is all about.
No rest for mum.
Exactly. Yeah, mum doesn't get a day off. But yeah, another day, just the paclitaxel today, so hopefully just over 3 hours, and hopefully you packed a book because it's so much fun in there sitting around. I'm great company when I sit there with my headphones on watching YouTube, and yeah, that's what's on for today. And we are done and on the way home. Was it as exciting as you were expecting?
It was the most exciting thing I've ever done. A lot of sitting.
A lot of sitting. It wasn't too bad though. It was a good one because it was meant to take 3 hours and it took 3 hours plus setup and packing it up and all that kind of stuff, but it was not a long day and it all went well and no reactions and all good. So now we're going to go get some hot chips and gravy because that is all that I want right now. It's pretty much all I ever want when chemo's finished, and swing past my house and pick up a few things and then home time. So thanks for coming.
Yay.
Oh hey, back in the car, of course. Back in Bega at the hospital, just pulled up. Today I have a appointment with my surgeon. I have not seen him since my very, very first appointment at the hospital, where I just found out that I had cancer. He was the first person at the hospital that I saw. So my GP was who I saw when I got my results, and she was the person who had to tell me that I had cancer. But then 2 days later, I was booked an appointment at the hospital, and the surgeon was the person that I saw who kind of was the one that explained to me what it all meant and what would be happening, and yeah, what the treatment was kind of. So I saw him twice within 2 days, and then I haven't seen him since. So I have an appointment with him today, which is great because, you know, chemo is coming to that end point. I've only got 4 more infusions and then we have a break and then surgery. So I'm intrigued to see what he's got to say, just to have that chat about surgery, because yeah, I haven't talked to anyone about the surgery options since I talked to him about it so long ago. And obviously since then I've had time to think about what I would want and what how that might look. Again, still waiting on genetic testing that I had done on Monday, that there was delays and it was a whole thing, but I don't think we'll have the genetic results today, but yeah, it should be good to maybe make a date for surgery. Who knows? I'll let you know what we chat about, but I'm feeling pretty good for the day after chemo. So that is a win. That is a win. It's always nice to wake up the day after chemo and, you know, the fact that I have enough energy and I'm not brain foggy and that I drove myself 40 minutes to the hospital. That is good. That is a good day. Okay. That was a really big appointment. Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry. And I didn't at all in there. I think it's like that it's really happening is kind of what's hitting me. Rather than the fact that I need to have surgery. Like I've always known I need to have surgery. It's, I don't know, we're like almost at that point. And like in an ideal world, there would be no surgery because there would be no cancer. And I'm really happy with my choice. But you know, in the best, in an ideal world, it wouldn't be happening at all. So it's just, it's a lot to take in, I guess. But it was a really good appointment in that we know what we're doing. Even without the genetic testing, we've made a decision. So it's good. But I'm going to have a bilateral mastectomy and go completely flat with no reconstruction. And that's my choice. That's what I want. Again, ideally what I want is to not have cancer, but with the way things are, that's what I want. Basically, the lumpectomy it was like an option, but just because of the way my cancer is, so I had like one big lump, that's what I found, but then when they did all the scans and stuff, there was other bits in there, and just the section and the amount of what he would need to take to have like the clear margins and stuff like that was quite a bit, possible, but quite a bit. And so kind of his suggestion, the surgeon's suggestion, was to like kind of go take the one that has the cancer, because the other one doesn't have that. Just take the one and then do some kind of reconstruction, whether that's, you know, an implant or where you get the fat from other parts of your body to make it. That was his suggestion, was to do like I think they call it deep flap, or I don't know how they pronounce it, but where you take fat from other parts of your body to reconstruct. So that's like a more natural reconstruction. That was his recommendation, was to like do the full mastectomy and do that kind of reconstruction on the one. I personally don't want the reconstruction. I definitely don't want an implant. And I'm just not that keen on having the fat cut from other parts of my body to go to that. I don't feel that strongly about like the being flat and having the scar. That's okay by me. And the way I do feel very strongly about is that if I don't have one, then I don't want the other. I would rather just be flat. So that was the choice I made. Oh, and I guess like it's just yeah, really hitting me that that's the choice I've made. And then I got given all the forms for the surgery. It'll happen the first week of February, and I filled out all the forms and submitted them to the hospital. So it's been submitted to set my surgery date, and I will be having a bilateral mastectomy in the first week of February. Which, you know, it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to comprehend and accept and all those things. But I am so grateful that I have a doctor that like didn't even try to argue with me when I said that I wanted the double. I follow quite a few people, you know, on socials who have had a lot of trouble advocating to get the surgery they want and to be able to do that in the public system. And I'm in the public system, and I was able to tell him that, you know, that's what I want and that's how I feel. And he was very, very respectful of that, and yeah, very supportive. And so I'm very, 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 very grateful for that. That'll be the next step. Let's get through the end of this chemo before we focus too much on the next step. One little step at a time, guys.
So locking in the surgery really did bring up a lot of emotions for me, and the next few days there were a lot of tears. I really tried to just let them come and sit with the feeling and process my emotions on this absolute roller coaster ride that is cancer treatment.
I have just gotten home from the supermarket. I've just gone and bought a whole heap of things to make snacks for Christmas carols tonight. Our local carols are on up at the sports ground, and yeah, we're gonna go, and I said I would make some snacks. But I want to jump on because the rest of the day I've basically been crying. And I've been snappy with mum and dad, and I've been upset, and everything's been setting me off, and it's just been a day, and it's just me processing, I guess, the surgery and what that means and what my next steps are. I think I've been so focused on finishing chemo and getting so excited that that was nearly done that I knew surgery was coming, but I just hadn't been at the forefront of my mind. And so now that it's booked in, it's just upsetting. It's just upsetting that I need to have any kind of surgery. And yeah, there's still so long to go in this whole cancer treatment, and yeah, it's just a lot to face. So yeah, I'm gonna make all these Christmas treats, and I'm trying to get myself out of this funk, and I'm trying to turn my mood around, but it's just a lot. And then, you know, at the same time, I'm not trying to turn my mood around because I'm trying to sit in it, and I'm trying to let myself be sad and to face the fact that I have those emotions. And please don't go running to the comments and tell me like it's okay to cry and you're allowed to be sad, because I know that, and I do let myself do that. I just don't want to spend the rest of the day being sad and being caught up in that, and then not enjoy these carols and like just this stuff that I've been looking forward to. So yeah, it's just a lot. But that's where we're at right now. trying to keep it real, but also, yeah, just going through it. Editing the video you're watching right now, and I realized I never wrapped it all up or said goodbye, so I thought I'd better do that. Look, I'm doing a lot better emotionally. I've had the time now to process and work through all of these feelings that came up booking in surgery, and I'm feeling a lot better about everything. I think I really needed those couple of days to just cry, let all the emotions out, and I think probably with every different stage that comes with a cancer journey that it brings up really strong emotions, and sometimes you just need a little bit of time to work through all of that. I think sometimes, you know, you just focus on the day-to-day and getting through the little bits and pieces that you kind of forget how big it is to be going through cancer, to even have received that diagnosis, to be doing chemotherapy, to have surgery, to possibly need to do radiation, to all of the things that go into cancer and cancer treatment. It is so much. And it's almost been 6 months since my diagnosis, and I still just have these moments where I'm like, wait, what? I have cancer? Like me? Really? So yeah, locking in the surgery was just another big milestone moment in me kind of going, whoa, this is happening and this is what's going on for me. But I'm doing a lot better. I did go to the carols and, you know, I had a lovely night, and then I woke up the next day and, you know, I was still upset and still off, and it's taken me a bit to work through that. But I, yeah, just wanted to share it because for me, that's been the reality. And I think that is the reality for a lot of people going through cancer, is that it's this roller coaster of ups and downs. So I'm going to leave this video here. I will probably film again tomorrow because, you know, weekly chemo, I'm back in there tomorrow. So I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.